On April 14th, at exactly 2:17 a.m., a home security camera recorded a sound. Not a scream, not a gunshot, just 3 slow knocks. The strange part was not the sound itself. The strange part was where it came from. The knocks were recorded from inside the house. At that moment, police would later confirm no one was supposed to be alive inside. This recording would become the most disturbing piece of evidence in a case that exposed how a man slowly destroyed his entire family without ever raising his voice. Emily Carter was 34 years old. She lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood where nothing ever happened. The kind of place where people waved but rarely spoke. Where doors were left unlocked during the day. Where crime felt like something that belonged on television, not real life. Emily was married to Daniel Carter. Daniel was quiet, polite, soft-spoken. He worked as a systems engineer and spent most of his time at home behind a computer screen. Neighbors described him as harmless and reserved. Together, they had 2 children. From the outside, the Carters looked like the definition of normal. But normal is often the best place to hide something terrible. Emily used to be social. She volunteered at her children's school. She met friends for coffee. She posted photos online almost every day. Then, slowly those things stopped. Her social media went silent. School staff noticed she no longer stayed to talk after dropping off the kids. One neighbor said Emily started checking the windows before stepping outside, as if she were afraid of being seen. Another neighbor said something strange. Late at night, through the thin walls of the shared houses, she could hear crying. Not loud crying. Quiet, controlled crying. And every time she knocked on the door to check, the crying stopped instantly. When Daniel answered, he smiled and said Emily wasn't feeling well. And people believed him. 3 weeks before Emily disappeared, she sent a message to her older sister. The message said, "If anything happens to me, don't believe him." There was no explanation. Her sister replied immediately, asking what she meant. Emily never answered. When questioned later, Daniel told police Emily had been overwhelmed and emotional. He said she had a habit of exaggerating her fears. Police wrote it down and moved on. At the time, there was no reason not to. What no one knew was that Emily had started documenting her life in secret. She didn't write in a diary. She recorded voice notes on her phone, dozens of them, whispered recordings made late at night while sitting in her car or locked in a bathroom. In one recording, Emily said, "He keeps telling me I forget things that I know happened. He moves objects and tells me I did it. He says I imagine conversations we definitely had. He keeps saying something is wrong with me." Her voice shook as she spoke. She sounded confused, exhausted, and scared. Daniel had learned something dangerous. He learned that control did not require violence. It required patience. He slowly convinced Emily that she was unreliable, that her memory couldn't be trusted, that her emotions were unstable. When she questioned him, he stayed calm. When she cried, he stayed calm. When she accused him, he stayed calm. And because he never raised his voice, people assumed he was the reasonable one. Emily started doubting herself. She apologized constantly. She asked permission before leaving the house. She stopped arguing, but she didn't stop recording. One voice note captured her whispering. "I think he wants me to disappear. Not die, just disappear so no one asks questions." That recording would later haunt everyone who heard it. The night Emily vanished began like any other. April 13th, dinner at 6. The children were put to bed at 8:40 p.m. The lights went out at 9:15 p.m. The house security system showed no unusual activity, at least not at first. Then came 2:17 a.m. The audio file, 3 slow knocks, each knock separated by several seconds. Measured, deliberate, not panicked, not accidental, just waiting. Then silence. At 6:42 a.m., Daniel called the police. His voice was calm, too calm. He said his wife had taken the children and left during the night. He said she had done it before. He said she needed space. But police immediately noticed something wrong. Emily's shoes were still by the door. The children's backpacks were untouched. No bags were missing. No car movement was recorded. And the basement door was locked from the outside. When police asked Daniel about the basement, he shrugged. He said it was storage. He said the lock was always there. He said Emily was afraid of basements. Police asked for the key. Daniel said he didn't know where it was. So they broke the lock. The smell hit first. Fresh concrete, still damp. Inside the basement, the floor had uneven patches. Not old, not cracked, new. Children's toys were arranged neatly on a shelf. Too neatly, as if someone wanted them preserved. Then police found a phone. Emily's phone, still powered on, still recording. The final audio file was almost 4 minutes long. At first, there was only breathing. Then Emily's voice whispered, "If someone hears this, he's standing right behind me." There was a pause. Then a male voice spoke softly. Not angry, not loud, just close. "You promised you wouldn't tell." The recording ended there. Daniel was arrested immediately. During interrogation, he never cried. He never raised his voice. He answered every question politely. He said Emily was sick. He said she imagined threats. He said she turned the children against him. He said he was the victim. And for a moment, it almost worked. Until investigators checked the security system logs. The camera didn't just record sound. It logged movement. At 2:17 a.m., motion was detected in the basement. Daniel's phone location confirmed he was home. Emily never left. The children never left. They were never meant to. Daniel had planned everything. He researched interrogation techniques. He practiced emergency calls. He memorized timelines. But he underestimated one thing. Emily's need to be believed. She left proof behind, and that proof spoke when she no longer could. Daniel Carter was sentenced to life in prison. The house was demolished. The basement was sealed and destroyed. But neighbors still talk. They say that sometimes late at night, when everything is quiet, you can hear 3 slow knocks coming from underground. This case is now sealed inside the Whisper Files. Some stories are never meant to be heard out loud. If you're listening to this alone, you were never meant to be. Every door hides a secret. Every house whispers a story. If you want to uncover more truths that others try to bury, subscribe to Whisper Files, and remember, some whispers are meant to follow you home.